Hey guys, Mr. Bouchard here, and today we're going to talk about how to do latitude longitude on the city and state level. Alright, so what we're going to be looking at is basically how to zoom in and actually to mark units that are smaller than a degree. So the first thing I'm going to start with today is looking at the different units that we use. So degrees, which is regular degree symbol. Then we have minutes, which is like an apostrophe symbol. And then seconds, which is a quote symbol. These are used to denote the smaller units in angular measurement. Minutes and seconds, in this case, have nothing to do with time. This is all angular measurements. So if you're not familiar with those units, well, I'm going to teach you the way it works. All right, so 1 degree is broken down into 60 minutes. So the way it works, so if you have the New York State map, especially on the reference table, right, which you guys are going to be using, this could be 42 degrees north here, and this could be 43 degrees north right here. Okay, so how does it work? How do you break down in between? So you have to imagine 60 little markings in between each degree. So the way I break it down, I go by halves first. So right here in the middle, between, is going to be 42 degrees, because you always go with the lower degree marking it's between, if you're going northward, and 30 minutes north. All right, so that's the correct way to write out that marking, if you're halfway between 42 degrees and 43 degrees north. Okay, and then what you do is you still break it down in half again. So if this marking here would be 42 degrees, 15 minutes north, halfway between 0 and 30. And then you could do the same thing up here. 42 degrees, 45 minutes north. Okay, halfway between 30 and then the next degree, which would be 60 minutes. All right, so it's easy. You could estimate all the way up to 60. Right, if it's just a little bit below the line, it could be 58 or 59 minutes north. Right, so you could estimate the best you can. Just imagine again, 60 little markings all the way up to the next degree. All right, and that's the way you work that out. So we'll do some examples with that using the reference table as practice. All right, also to take this a little step further, so 1 minute is broken down into 60 seconds also. Okay, so if we do the same thing with on the city level, instead what you'll see is 42 degrees, 30 minutes north, and 42 degrees, 31 minutes north. Okay, so you're between 2 minute markings. So once again, it's going to be 60 seconds, so 60 little markings between each minute in this case. So halfway, the whole thing written out is 42 degrees, 30 minutes, 30 seconds north. Okay, so you basically do the whole thing written out there. Okay, and the same thing halfway, just like we did in the last marking. 30 minutes, and this is going to be 15 seconds north. 42 degrees, 30 minutes, 45 seconds north. All right, so that would be the full marking. And you may have seen this actually if you ever looked on a GPS, you would see all those markings, because on a map, to get accurately exactly where you are, you have to have all those units in the measurement. So we're going to do some examples with the reference table, all right, which I will show you. The New York State map is a place to look. So I'll do those on a separate video. All right, but right now, that's the basics on how to read this. So I will do one more video with the reference table to teach you guys actually how to do it with the New York State map. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully this makes sense. If not, feel free to email me anytime.